First, Ra changed everything. Then Cuchulainn shook things up even more. Sun Wukong took it further beyond, and now it's Belal's turn. The untouchable outer god, who was once forbidden to have any contact with, due to his overwhelming degree of danger, a true monster who was fighting the direct subordinates of Zeus, the divine honor guard, who are willing to even kill others, with this beast being likely to shake things up even more. But to continue, Indra is revealed to be insanely respected by Shiva and confirmed to have gotten stronger since his previous defeat, and his opponent in round 3 of this manga, Suzaku, is a leader of a dangerous assassin group that has resulted in other gods to call him the outer god unfair, and even a divine professional as revealed by Zeus. This is because any job he's given, he will complete, having a completion rate of 100% where anything goes, meaning he is incredibly dangerous and much more tactical than any other god we've seen. With there being even more I need to break down in today's Ragnarok, the Apocalypse of the Gods video, the canon side manga featuring a gods only tournament that is changing everything each time a new chapter comes out, so listen closely throughout today's video. So right at the beginning, we are revealed to 2 new Greek gods, that being Nike, the goddess of victory, and Zelos, the god of completion, subordinates of our supreme god Zeus, who are revealed to be part of a group known as the Divine Honor Guard, where their role within Ragnarok is to ensure the tournament actually gets complete. No other god pulls up to try and disturb things, with them arriving due to what Wukong recently did after defeating Prometheus in the second fight of this tournament, where he claimed himself that humanity's extinction is cancelled. We previously learned that the winner of this tournament won't just be added to the main series roster that we know very well. They'll also have a wish. In a sense, they can change the Valhalla constitution, meaning if the winner of this tournament wanted to, they could remove Ragnarok from even existing in the first place. An aspect very dangerous, and to stop stuff like this occurring, these people are willing to kill other gods. But that's where something more monstrous begins to make his move. Someone we previously saw had a little bit of respect shown for Wukong, as they share a similar view, that being how a real god isn't solely about strength. Something more important than that is the idea of having absolute freedom. This is the demon god that should never be crossed, and we see exactly why in the latest chapter. He has for some reason pulled up on the Greek section of the tournament, destroying all these guards with no problem at all, resulting in these honor guards to pull up on him, weapons out and everything, where we learn, as I claimed at the start of the video, he is considered an outer god where it was forbidden to even make contact with him due to how dangerous he is, recognized as an untouchable one, and we see him right off go emit a crazy aura that leaves him stunned, blitzing both of these Greek gods and then easily stopping Zelos's weapon from being drawn. This is with one finger, his pinky on top of that, with their interaction with this monster concluding with this: "You just do what you want." That is what it means to be a god, as we get a white panel with seemingly blood splattering everywhere. I think most people have come to the conclusion already that Belal has killed both of these, something that may result in the likes of Zeus or some other Greek gods to pull up on him, as they're introduced as Zeus's subordinates. And if a random monstrous demon god was killing his subordinates, he may pull up, or this is where we could have the introduction of the likes of Poseidon, Apollo, maybe Hercules appearing again to challenge him, or maybe something else. Regardless, Belal's setup for a future fight against Enma is here and insanely hype. But now to move on to the other reveals we got in the chapter. This is regarding the Indian gods, So Shiva, who's going to get a massive upscale most likely based on what happens in the next fight, but he reveals many things about Indra that we previously didn't know and is very interesting to note. With the first one being that Shiva has never had a 1v1 fight with Indra, as if you guys don't remember, during his flashback, Rudra was the one to fight Indra alone and managed to defeat him. It was assumed to be high difficulty, but a wild part about that scene revealed here is that Indra was down to fight both of them at the same time, highlighting that he has extreme Mad Lad energy. And the next thing revealed by Shiva is potentially even more important. He reveals that the battle was a long time ago, and if the Indra from back then, for him to be the same even though he lost, there's no damn way, meaning it's pretty much confirmed that Indra's gotten stronger. How much so, we're gonna have to wait and see, but all this is definitely gonna be good for Shiva and his stocks within the Record of Ragnarok universe, so can't wait to see all of that. So boys, a 10% discount is available for all these GameStop flavors available for you. Check it out, link at the top of the description, everything helps the channel greatly. Bringing us now to the most unique and interesting part of the chapter. Suzaku is almost declared the victor without even fighting Indra in the third fight of the tournament. This is because Indra has not appeared to the arena as his name was called by the announcer, and based on the rules, if he doesn't arrive right now, he's pretty much going to be disqualified, resulting in the unfair god to be declared the winner without needing to fight his opponent. Something greatly beneficial for him in regards to what this tournament actually is. One that will require you to pretty much win 3 total fights within the same day. Very different to the main series, just 1v1 battles. This one may take into account built up damage from the previous rounds that may nerf the gods fighting to a degree. And this was actually set up by the unfair god himself. Pretty much the group he's part of, the group in which he's the leader assassin, he sent out the others to pull up on Indra for the purpose of stopping him from even making it to the arena, all set up by the divine professional, something Zeus recognizes as strength in its own right as well. Yes, it's by no means respectable at all and doesn't really highlight him as a powerhouse, but much more tactical and potentially dangerous than any other gods we've really seen throughout the story. But in contrast to that, Indra is a mad lad who doesn't mind anything whatsoever, always down for a fight, whether it's 1v1, 1v2. He's that guy. Shiva has faith in him coming and that being no problem for him, which is likely what's going to occur. Indra's gonna pull up with either both of them by his side knocked out, or arriving with maybe some subtle injuries but nothing too major, leading into my prediction that the Indian god will indeed be the winner of this fight. But I do feel like this one is going to be much closer than the first 2 rounds. Ra vs Cuchulainn ended in a one-shot, but the Celtic god did receive quite a bit of damage, while Wukong was pretty much full health by the end of it. This one I think is going to result in some crazy injuries when Indra does arrive to start the battle, with there being a lot of interest to see how much stronger he's actually gotten, everything that will result in an upscale, as Shiva's battle against Raiden does take place after this tournament, after Indra's further showings, with him being stated over and over again as the strongest Indian god at a later point, meaning anything that happens in this fight is just going to improve Shiva's overall ranking within the Record of Ragnarok verse. Which, if you're a fan of him, great news. Stay tuned for more content on Record of Ragnarok, the Apocalypse of the Gods. Check out this video in regards to the main series and a potential spoiler that came out for Record of Ragnarok chapter 103. And of course, shout out to these members, these absolute mad lads. Thanks for all the support.